In today's world, work-life balance feels more like a myth than a reality. Deadlines pile up, emails flood in at all hours, and the boundaries between work and personal life blur, especially with remote work becoming the norm. People struggle to juggle careers, family, health, and personal time, often sacrificing one for the other. But what if technology, specifically artificial intelligence, could change that? AI is already transforming the way we work, but could it also help us reclaim our time? Could it automate repetitive tasks, streamline productivity, and even act as a personal assistant to help us make better decisions? In this deep dive, let's explore whether AI is the missing piece in our pursuit of work-life balance. The modern work-life crisis. For decades, work-life balance has been a struggle. Long before AI, people sought ways to optimize their schedules, from planners and to-do lists to self-help books on time management. But despite all these methods, burnout remains a global issue. According to a study by Gallup, 76% of employees experience burnout at least occasionally, with 28% feeling burned out very often or always. Stress from work carries over into personal life, affecting relationships, mental health, and even physical well-being. The problem isn't just that people work too much, it's that work has become deeply embedded in every aspect of life. Emails arrive late at night, meetings creep into weekends, and the pressure to stay connected never lets up. The traditional 9-to-5 schedule is fading, replaced by a 24/7 work culture. Meanwhile, technology, which was supposed to make life easier, often adds more distractions, but AI is changing the game. Unlike traditional automation, which simply speeds up tasks, AI has the potential to fundamentally rethink how we work. How AI is reshaping the way we work. AI is already playing a significant role in redefining workplace efficiency. From virtual assistants to predictive analytics, it's tackling tasks that once consumed hours of human effort. 1. Automating repetitive tasks. One of the biggest time drains in any job is repetitive, mundane tasks. AI-powered tools can handle scheduling, data entry, email sorting, and even customer service responses. For instance, AI email assistants like Google's Smart Compose or Microsoft's Outlook Copilot can draft responses, prioritize messages, and even remind you to follow up. Similarly, AI-powered scheduling tools like Reclaim.io clockwise optimize meeting times, preventing unnecessary interruptions throughout the day. By automating these tasks, employees can focus on higher-value work, creative thinking, strategy, and innovation rather than spending hours on administrative duties. 2. Smarter decision-making. AI isn't just about automation, it's also about making smarter decisions. AI-driven analytics tools can process vast amounts of data to provide insights that would take humans days or weeks to analyze. Take financial planning, for example. AI-powered budgeting apps analyze spending patterns and suggest ways to save money. In project management, AI can predict bottlenecks and recommend the best workflow adjustments. In healthcare, AI is even being used to diagnose diseases faster and more accurately than human doctors. While that doesn't directly affect work-life balance, it shows how AI can reduce workloads in high-pressure industries. 3. Reducing cognitive overload. One of the most overlooked causes of burnout is cognitive overload, the feeling of having too many things to keep track of at once. AI can act as an external brain, remembering things for us and organizing our daily lives. Virtual assistants like Siri, Google Assistant, and chat-based apps can handle reminders, to-do lists, and even research tasks. Tools like Notion AI and Obsidian use AI to organize notes, summarize information, and help users focus on what matters most. Imagine having an AI assistant that not only reminds you of deadlines, but also suggests the best times to take breaks based on your work patterns. It's not just about doing more work, it's about working smarter. AI and the future of work-life balance. If AI is so powerful, does this mean we're on the verge of a perfect work-life balance? Not necessarily. The rise of AI also comes with challenges that could either improve or worsen the situation. 1. AI could lead to work creep. Ironically, the same AI tools that make work more efficient could also make it harder to disconnect. If AI allows companies to do more with fewer people, employers might expect employees to be constantly available. Some companies already use AI-powered monitoring tools to track employee activity, measuring productivity down to the minute. This could lead to an always-on work culture where AI pushes employees to work faster rather than more effectively. 2. The risk of AI replacing human jobs. There's also the fear that AI could replace many jobs entirely. If AI takes over tasks that used to require human effort, what happens to those workers? Will they have more free time, or will they be forced to compete for fewer high-skill positions? Historically, technological advances have created new jobs, but the transition is rarely smooth. If AI isn't managed properly, it could lead to greater job insecurity, which would increase stress rather than reduce it. The path forward. So, is AI the key to achieving work-life balance? The answer isn't a simple yes or no. AI is a tool, one that can either help us reclaim our time or trap us in a cycle of constant productivity. The responsibility falls on both individuals and companies to set boundaries. Employers must recognize that AI-driven efficiency doesn't mean employees should work longer hours. Workers must learn to use AI strategically, automating the right tasks while making time for life outside of work.